Chaz, police say that this all appeared to start with a robbery attempt, as we understand.
That is what they're telling us, Samika, that this started when two men attempted to take gold chains from another man and ended in gunfire. Now, at this point, it's unknown. An altercation on the ground, the owner of the chains being beaten, according to police. A lieutenant says others then joined in.
Sometime during that part of the fight, our victim, who was originally looked like he was being majorly assaulted by several people and getting his chains ripped off, he presents a pistol. We don't know where he got it from, but he got it. Must have had it in his pants the whole time, but he got it out and started shooting randomly. Ends up hitting two people. Those are our two victims.
Now, that lieutenant said that suspected shooter ran off after those shots were fired. At this point, no identities have been released by the Houston Police Department. They said that there were people inside the restaurant, 20 to 30 people when this was happening. They said some of those people stayed on scene and have been cooperative. They also say they have good video, but at this...
Yeah, that's right, Sally. This shooting is getting a lot of attention online, with many people identifying one of the men shot as NBA Ben 10, an affiliate of rapper NBA Youngboy. And Houston police say that the gunman on the run was actually being robbed for his chains before he shot up the restaurant. But right now, it's unclear if the two men who were shot were part of that attempted robbery or just caught in the...
Jay Prince Jr. is the reason why NBA Ben 10 got shot almost earlier today. Jay Prince Jr. been beefing with a local rapper from Detroit about his baby mama. How you beefing with another man about his baby mama? So Jay Prince Jr. been rocking with her, and we all know Jay Prince Jr. is tending about all his... When this man pulled up on Trey Songz trying to Trey Songz over. So Jay Prince Jr. been dropping sneak disses, been dropping videos dissing the local rapper with the BM in the car. So they at a spot, the local rapper is also at the spot. Jay Prince Jr. instructed NBA Benton and others to run up on the local rapper to snatch his chain. There's video of Jay Prince Jr. literally got the local rapper in a headlock trying to take his chain while those other dudes is beating him up. The local rapper somehow, some way got a hold of that pistol and got busy. Fa. I heard his name was like AllStar JR or something.
It all started inside a packed restaurant in Houston, and what was supposed to be a normal night turned into straight chaos in seconds. Police say around 20 to 30 people were inside when everything suddenly went left, and nobody was ready for how fast this situation escalated. According to early reports, this whole thing kicked off over gold chains, with two men allegedly trying to snatch jewelry off another man right there in public. What started as a robbery attempt quickly turned into a full-on fight, with multiple people jumping in and things getting out of control real fast. Witnesses say the man being targeted was getting overwhelmed, surrounded, and beaten while they tried to take his chains. But in the middle of all that chaos, something changed instantly, because that same man suddenly pulled out a weapon and started firing during the fight. Shots rang out inside the restaurant, people started running, and just like that, two individuals ended up hit in the middle of the madness. The shooter then took off from the scene, leaving behind confusion, panic, and a situation that would quickly blow up all over the internet. And at first, this just looked like another wild Houston incident. But once names started getting attached to the situation, everything got way bigger than anybody expected. Now, once police started breaking it down, the story got even crazier, because this wasn't just random chaos.
Yes, he is. He's from the east side.
He's from the east side of Detroit. Now,
Yep.
I don't know if you just seen this. He made a post just now. It was the craziest post I've seen. You ain't see it?
No, I ain't see it. I've been up doing content. Yeah.
He posted something. He said, I had to shoot to the D and get some new ice because my man Ben 10 took some of my stuff to the hospital with him. What? He says JR closed the elevator on Ron. OG3 left them niggas, all that plane. And on one of the slides, this is crazy. He says, thought he was mob-tized till I shot his ass a few times. This is his page?
Let me go to it right now. AllStar JR.
What the f going on?
And what the post look like, eh?
It's his last post. He's just sitting there with jewelry in his hand, flexing.
Oh, yeah, flexing. Yeah, that's his page.
Go, just read the caption and go to like the seventh post or the seventh slide.
Oh, seventh slide.
Somebody said I need to read the shirt.
I thought he was gonna be monetized, so I shot his ass a few times. I see it. Yeah, I mean, that's him. He knows he's no stranger to the streets, man. He ain't no stranger to beefing. You hear me?
Is he a rapper? You got to put me up on him right now. So who is this
rapper?
He's a rapper.
All-Star. Yeah, his clique is the All-Star Ball Hard camp. That's the camp that T Rizzy came out of originally. You hear me?
Really?
Before T Rizzy went solo, he was a part of All-Star Ball Hard.
What? So this is a group of like real niggas out of the D.
Yeah. They've all separated and did their own thing individually because they were all, as a group, they were strong. They were one of the best young rap groups in the city at their prime. And they all split up. T went to prison and then came home and pursued his solo career. And then AllStar Lee and AllStar JR. And then you had Poe, who ended up going to prison for like 10 years. So they all street niggas. They all come from the gutter.
Chat, I don't get what my chat keeps saying to read his shirt. Chat, what does this shirt say? Help me out. Niggas is saying niggas in Detroit is not playing around.
No, he ain't no stranger to the streets, man. He a street nigga for real. So if they thought it was just gonna be that easy, that was never gonna happen. If even I don't know who had the gun. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he wrestled the gun from one of them cats.
But this happened in Houston. Jay Prince Jr. Yeah. He run Houston. He's like the president. He like El Chapo.
It's a strong contingent of Detroit in Houston, bro. It's Detroit niggas everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Just like when Big Meat spread his tentacles around, Detroit niggas are everywhere, bro. Detroit, it's a gang of Detroit niggas. It's a large segment of Detroit in H-Town, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of love for Detroit and Houston. It's been that way for 30, 40 years, you hear me? So it's nothing new.
This all came from a robbery attempt that completely backfired. Authorities say the victim was on the ground getting jumped, with multiple people trying to rip his chains off while he was being beaten. It looked like he was losing that fight bad, and for a moment, it seemed like there was no way out of that situation. But right in the middle of getting overwhelmed, he suddenly pulled out a firearm that he reportedly had on him the whole time. Nobody saw it coming, and in seconds, the whole energy flipped from a beatdown to a life or death situation. Police say he started firing during the struggle, not aiming at anyone specific, just trying to get out of that situation. And that's when two people ended up getting hit in the middle of everything, turning what started as a chain snatching into a full shooting scene. Now here's where it gets even more confusing. At this point, it's still unclear if the people who got hit were actually part of the robbery attempt or if they were just caught in the crossfire during the chaos. And once that started spreading online, people weren't just looking at it as a robbery gone wrong anymore, because now the internet started connecting this situation to bigger names, and that's when everything really started to explode. But this is where everything took a crazy turn, because once the footage and reports started going viral, people online began identifying one of the victims as NBA Ben 10. Someone closely tied to NBA Youngboy, and that instantly made this situation way bigger than just a random incident. As soon as that name hit the internet, the whole narrative shifted, and now people weren't just talking about a robbery gone wrong. They were trying to figure out who was really involved and what led up to this moment in the first place. Then another name started getting thrown into the mix, and that's Jay Prince Jr., which made things even more intense, because now you're talking about connections to Houston power circles and people who are known to have influence in the streets. Online speculation started going crazy, with some saying this wasn't random at all, and that the situation may have been deeper than just somebody trying to snatch chains in a restaurant. People began linking it to ongoing tension, personal issues, and possible setups that nobody saw coming. Now, nothing was officially confirmed at that point, but once those names got attached, the pressure went up instantly, and the story turned from a local incident into a full-blown industry conversation overnight. And just when it seemed like things couldn't get any more serious, that's when a whole different version of what happened started surfacing, and it pointed directly at how this situation may have been set up from the start. Now, this is where things get real messy, because a whole different story started started circulating online, and it painted this situation like it wasn't random at all, but something that might have been set up from the jump. According to what people are saying, J. Prince Jr. had ongoing tension with a Detroit rapper over personal issues, and that situation had already been heating up before this night even happened. So when both sides ended up at the same spot, things were already tense before anything even popped off. The claim is that when they crossed paths, instructions were given to run up and snatch the chain, turning it into a targeted situation instead of a random robbery. And once that move was made, everything spiraled out of control way faster than anyone expected. There's even talk about footage showing someone getting held while others tried to take the jewelry, which only added more fuel to the idea that this was coordinated and not just a quick opportunist move. But here's the problem. None of this has been officially confirmed by authorities. So right now it's all based on what people are saying online and how the clips are being interpreted. Still, once that narrative started spreading, it changed how people looked at the whole situation. Because now it wasn't just about what happened, it was about who might have been behind it and why it even happened in the first place. And just when the internet thought they had it figured out, that's when one person stepped up and basically said, "Nah, I did that." And that's when everything went to a whole different level. And this is where everything went completely left, because AllStar JR jumped online and basically owned the whole situation in a way nobody expected. He started posting pictures flexing jewelry and then dropped captions that had the entire internet going crazy because the tone was bold and direct, like he wasn't worried about anything at all. In one of the posts, he straight up said, "Thought he was mob-tized till I shot his ass a few times." And that line alone had people stunned because now this wasn't just rumors anymore. This sounded like somebody claiming what really went down. Then he followed it up with another wild statement, saying he had to go back to Detroit to get new jewelry because my man's Ben 10 took some of my stuff to the hospital with him, which made the situation even more intense online. People started reacting instantly, some calling it reckless, others saying it was real street talk. But either way, it added a whole new layer to what already looked like a chaotic situation. And it didn't stop there, because while all this was going viral, threats and responses started flying back and forth, and the tension between both sides only got worse. At this point, this wasn't just about a fight or a robbery anymore. This turned into a full-blown back and forth with real names, real stakes, and the whole internet watching every move. And while all this was blowing up, the streets and social media started reacting heavy because now it wasn't just about what happened. It was about what this meant for everybody involved. There were even posts going around with people throwing threats, with one saying AllStar JR was a dead man walking. And that only made things more tense because now it felt like this situation wasn't slowing down anytime soon. Then AllStar JR fired back with a line that had people shocked, saying Ben 10 can't walk anymore. And that right there took things to a whole different level, because now the disrespect was public and direct. But while everybody was going back and forth, 50 Cent stepped into the conversation in his own way, and people instantly started paying attention, because whenever he reacts, it usually means something bigger is going on. A lot of fans started saying this whole situation might be damaging the image around mob ties and the respect tied to J. Prince Sr.'s name, because things were starting to look messy and out of control. And that's where the real conversation began. Because if the streets start feeling like things are moving reckless, it can change how people look at certain names and reputations that were once untouchable. Now people are even speculating that the OGs might have to step in and calm things down before it goes any further. Because at this point, it's not just online talk anymore. This is turning into something that could keep escalating fast. So now the big question is, was this really just a robbery gone wrong? Or did this situation run deeper than what people are saying online? You got names like AllStar JR speaking out crazy, J. Prince Jr. getting pulled into the conversation, and NBA YoungBoy's camp being connected through NBA Ben 10. This whole situation feels way bigger than it first looked. And then you got 50 Cent reacting, the streets talking, and people questioning if certain reputations are starting to crack under pressure. So what do you think? Was this self-defense in a bad situation, or did somebody make the wrong move and it backfired hard? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this one right here is far from over. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that hype button so more people can see this. I'ma keep you updated on everything going on.